stated, sometimes the most brilliant and intelligent students do not shine in standardized tests because they do not have standardized minds. Everyone here has to take standardized tests such as ACT or OST, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it stressful?
Yes. Yes.
I am a junior and I will be taking ACT in 2017. I have also taken OST and PSAT. Standardized tests are a hassle and just bring stress to everyone involved in it. There are many problems with standardized testing. One being that excessive testing may teach students to be good test takers, but it does not prepare them for productive adult lives. China replaced Finland at the top of the international education ranking in 2009 because Chinese schools are so good at preparing their students for standardized testing. According to Jang Soo-kwin, deputy principal of Peking University High School, he stated, for that reason, they fail to prepare them for higher education and the knowledge of economy. Students are not prepared for the real world because they are being prepared for only the testing. Another problem with standardized testing is the multiple choice format. The multiple choice format encourages a simple way of thinking, making them think there is only a right answer and wrong answer. That does not apply to rural situations. Also, the multiple choice format is biased towards males. Studies have shown males adapt more easily to game-like point scoring of multiple choice questions. You guys should care about my problem because in Finland, they topped the international education ranking from 2001 to 2008, but they don't have standardized testing to rank their students. The United States placed 14th, and we have standardized testing. See the difference? Yes. If Finland can top the charts on the education level without standardized testing, we can do the same. There is no purpose for us to continue taking standardized testing. It just causes stress for everyone, like I already said. Also, I'm not sending shots, but older students do not take all standardized testing seriously because it does not affect their overall grade. In August of 2004, an English teacher at New Mexico's Valley High School said that many juniors made patterns with filling in the multiple choice questions. They had fun with the test. Although many older students do not take it seriously, many younger students take it way too seriously. How many of you have younger sisters or brothers? Well, for them, standardized testing affects them too. It causes severe stress for younger students. According to education researcher Gregory J. Cizek, testing produces gripping anxiety in even the brightest students and makes younger children vomit or cry or both. On March 14, 2002, the Sacramento Bee reported that test-related jitters are so common that Stanford 9 exam comes with instructions on what to do if you throw up on your test booklet. A study from the New Council on the Great City Schools found that a typical student takes 112 mandatory standardized tests from pre-K kindergarten, well, pre-K to 12th grade. Most countries who perform better on the international STEM, the United States, only test their students 3 times during their school careers. Well, this is a quote by President Barack Obama. It says, teachers should not be forced to spend the academic years preparing students to fill in bubbles on standardized tests. Because that, like usually when you get around testing time, they're pushing, what am I trying to say? They're pushing the standardized tests on the students, which is stressful for them because they have to teach their curricular and teach the testing. This is a picture. It shows the stress that it puts on teachers and students, and I think that's a principal and the admin of the standardized test. I'm not going to read all that, but you get it.
Attention all students participating in the UD
entrepreneurship, internship,
This-
please report to the main office immediately. Thank you.
This shows the percentage of students tested, well, the number of students tested and the percentage who passed above proficiency. In reading, 12,525 students are tested, but only about 70% pass over proficient. In math, 11,877 are tested at only 50%, or 51%.
That would be all students attending the Emerging Business Leaders Institute. Please report to the main office. Thank you.
This is a picture showing like what parents think about standardized testing. 67% say students, well, teachers put too much emphasis on the testing, and 14% say it measures the students' knowledge effectively. That's a low percent. It's only 14%. Yeah. 66% of parents who oppose using standardized test scores evaluate what? Oh, well, 66% oppose using the standardized testing to test their students. A solution to this problem is to not test students, but like do portfolio based assessment. Meaning like every once in a while you take like, because you know in class you gotta take tests over the curriculum. You take like those tests and put them in a portfolio and base that on what the student knows. Also, that's random sampling. That's about the same thing. Random sampling. Okay, there are some myths about standardized testing. One is punishments or rewards to teachers and students based on test scores motivate them to do better. That is a lie. All it does is cause stress, like I said before. Another one is high test scores of students at any school prove that there is a high student achievement and quality teaching at school. That is also a lie. Because testing, in my opinion, testing just tests your memory. It doesn't test what you fully know. It tests what you remember. Another myth is students' knowledge and skills can be determined by a sample of content that make a 45 question test. No, it doesn't. It just what am I trying to say? It just tests them on that subject. It doesn't test them like everything they know. Like I said before. This picture I found comical but also true. It says, well, in the picture, a bunch of animals are being tested, and their test is to climb a tree. And the caption I wrote says, testing everyone on the exact same test is like telling a monkey, a penguin, an elephant, a fish, a seal, and a dog to climb a tree. All animals are not capable of doing the same thing, just like students and standardized testing. Not all students are the same or have the same abilities. That's supposed to say or, not of. Okay. So, I'm going to call my audience to action. So I challenge all of you to voice how standardized tests affect you. Talk to your parents and teachers about the effects that come with the pressure of standardized testing. Write letters to Congress and or to the people who make the standardized tests and let them know what it is doing to you. I also challenge teachers to do the same thing because standardized tests are a hassle for them too. In closing, I would like to read a quote by Barack Obama. It says, moderation, smart, strategic tests can help us measure our kids' progress in school and it can help them learn. But I also hear from parents who rightly worry about too much testing and from teachers who feel so much pressure to teach to a test that it takes the joy out of teaching and learning, both of them and for both of them and the students. I want to fix that.